In today's episode, we're going to discuss Martha C. Nussbaum. The subject of this video series is Great Minds. I present to you a series that explores the ideas of the most influential thinkers across history. Join me as we discuss their philosophies and impact on the world. If you'd like to submit an idea for a future episode, check the link below. Now let's meet Great Mind, Martha C. Nussbaum. Martha C. Nussbaum was born on December 24, 1947 in New York City. She had a rather privileged upbringing. Her father owned a publishing house while her mother was an editor, so as a result, she grew up surrounded by books. This early exposure to literature sparked her passion for learning. However, her journey into philosophy began at Antioch College, where she studied with some inspiring teachers and discovered the field's power to analyze and understand the complexities of human existence. She then went on to earn her PhD from Cornell University in 1975, with her dissertation titled Poetic Justice: Figures of Judgment in Greek Literature. Nussbaum's career has been marked by her dedication to teaching and research. She held positions at several prestigious institutions, including the University of California, Berkeley, Harvard University, and the University of Chicago, before becoming the Ernst Freund Professor of Law and Philosophy at the University of Chicago Law School. She currently also serves as the chair of the Department of Philosophy and is affiliated with the Center for the Study of Mind, Culture, and Society at the National University of Singapore. Throughout her career, she has mentored countless students and remained dedicated to advancing knowledge in the fields of ethics, political philosophy, and aesthetics. It's hard to summarize the vast body of work produced by this prolific thinker, but we will try to do so in this video. Her first book, Sex and Social Subversion: Essays on the Politics of Desire, published in 1990, explores the relationship between desire power and social norms, arguing that social and political structures often attempt to control desire to maintain power and authority. In 1999, she co-authored, along with Amartya Sen, Development as Freedom, a seminal work in the field of development economics. Here they critique traditional development models and propose a new approach that emphasizes the importance of individual freedoms and capabilities. Next year, 2000, she published Women in Human Development: Capabilities, Resources, and Motivations, which applies the capabilities approach to gender inequality, arguing that women need greater control over resources and decision-making power to achieve true development. Then in 2006, she wrote Frontiers of Justice: Disability, Nationality, Species Membership, which extends the capabilities approach to issues of global justice and the rights of non-human animals. Some of her other notable works include a 2010 book, Not for Profit: Why Democracy Needs the Humanities, where she argues for the vital importance of the humanities in cultivating empathetic and morally intelligent citizens. And finally, we will mention Political Emotions, which examines the role of emotions in political life, arguing that emotions like love, anger, and hope are essential for building a just and compassionate society. These are only a few examples of her many impactful books. To understand and appreciate Nussbaum's contributions, it's essential to start with the capabilities approach, which she co-developed with the economist Amartya Sen. This approach revolutionizes the way we view human development by shifting the focus from wealth accumulation to individual human potential. At its core, the capabilities approach argues that what truly matters is not the size of a person's income or the total wealth of a nation, but rather the opportunities and freedoms individuals have to pursue the kind of life they value. According to this approach, individuals should be evaluated based on their capabilities, which refers to the various things that a person is able to do or be. For example, being able to make choices about their own life, being able to engage in meaningful work, or being able to participate in political and social life. The capabilities approach argues that all human beings have a fundamental right to develop and exercise their capabilities to the fullest extent possible, regardless of their background beliefs or circumstances. Nussbaum and Sen argue that this approach is not only more just and humane, but also more practical and effective than traditional development models. One of the key features of the capabilities approach is its emphasis on human agency. This means that the approach recognizes that individuals are not passive recipients of economic growth, but active agents who can shape their own lives and contribute to the development of their societies. By focusing on individual capabilities and agency, the capabilities approach allows for a more nuanced and comprehensive understanding of human development. It takes into account the diversity of human values and aspirations, and recognizes that different people may have different conceptions of what a good life entails. Another important aspect of the capabilities approach is its focus on social and economic arrangements. Nussbaum and Sen argue that the way in which economic and political systems are structured can have a profound impact on the capabilities of individuals. For example, a highly unequal distribution of wealth and power can limit the opportunities and freedoms available to many members of society. Therefore, the capabilities approach advocates for social and economic arrangements that promote greater equality and provide all individuals with the opportunity to develop their capabilities. Now let's talk about emotions and ethics. One of the central arguments of her work, Political Emotions, is that emotions like anger, fear, hope, and love are not merely personal or psychological phenomena, but have a profound impact on our ethical and political lives. According to Nussbaum, emotions shape our perceptions of the world, influence our decision-making processes, and motivate us to take action. She argues that understanding the nature and function of emotions is crucial for cultivating a just and compassionate society. Nussbaum's analysis of emotions begins with a rejection of the traditional view of emotions as irrational, subjective, and therefore unreliable guides for ethical conduct. Instead, she presents a nuanced and sophisticated account of emotions that highlights their cognitive, motivational, and social dimensions. For example, she argues that emotions like anger and fear are not simply uncontrolled outbursts of feeling, but are often responses to legitimate grievances or threats. When we feel anger, it's often because we perceive that something is wrong or unjust, and this emotion motivates us to take action to address the situation. Similarly, fear can be a rational response to danger, and it can alert us to potential harm and motivate us to take steps to protect ourselves and others. Nussbaum also explores the role of emotions in shaping our moral and political beliefs and values. For example, she argues that emotions like love and compassion are essential for cultivating empathy and solidarity with others. When we love someone or feel compassion for them, we are able to understand and share in their experiences and perspectives, even if they are different from our own. This ability to empathize is crucial for building relationships, fostering cooperation, and creating a sense of community. Overall, Nussbaum's work on emotions challenges us to rethink the relationship between emotions and ethics. She shows us that emotions are not simply private, irrational feelings, but are integral to our moral and political lives. By understanding the nature and function of emotions, we can cultivate the emotions that promote justice and compassion, and reject the emotions that lead to hatred and division. Finally, we will mention her views on global justice. Nussbaum's work has significantly advanced our understanding of global justice, particularly through her application of the capabilities approach to international relations and global inequality. She argues that global justice requires not only the fair distribution of resources within nations, but also the reduction of global inequalities and the protection of the rights and dignity of all people worldwide. Nussbaum's work has been deeply influential in the field of ethics and beyond. Her contributions have been recognized with numerous awards and honors, including the National Humanities Medal, the Kyoto Prize, and election to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. She remains a prolific writer and speaker, continuing to explore the most pressing ethical and political challenges of our time. What makes Nussbaum's work so compelling is her ability to bridge the gap between academic philosophy and real-world social issues. She doesn't just theorize about abstract concepts like justice and equality. She applies them to concrete situations, helping us to see how they play out in our everyday lives. For example, in her work on global justice, Nussbaum doesn't just talk about the importance of reducing poverty and inequality. She shows us how these issues affect real people and what we can do to make a difference. She's able to do this because she's not just a philosopher, but also a storyteller. She has a gift for making complex ideas accessible and engaging, and she uses this ability to bring the human face to abstract concepts like justice and equality. Overall, Martha Nussbaum is a brilliant thinker who has made significant contributions to our understanding of ethics, justice, and global inequality. Her work is a testament to the power of philosophy to address real-world problems and make a positive impact on the world. Whether you're a student of philosophy or just someone looking to better understand the world around you, Nussbaum's work is definitely worth exploring. I hope you enjoyed learning about this great mind. If you did, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. You can also watch another episode about Hannah Arendt. Thank you for watching.